Hey y'all, Eric Adcock Soccer Live. Today is Sunday, April 19th, 2026. And it's my attempt to do more podcasts. So shout out to Zach Monroe, the president's son, for keeping me honest on these things. And I've lost a lot of steam, but we're going to get going. So Friday, I was able to attend the graveside service for a soldier, Edwin Ross, that had missing in action since 1942. His last known whereabouts was somewhere in the Philippines, and he was a Philadelphia, Mississippi native, and he had gone off in 1942 to serve in the Second World War. He wound up being captured. That's all his parents knew. He was captured, and he in 1942 he just went missing. All they knew is that the island was overrun, and he'd been taken, and that's all they heard. They never heard from him again, and his parents lived to be, they lived in their late 80s, early 90s, never to know where their son was, where he happened to him or anything. There was no information. And so I was able to attend it along with a lot of the other people. There was Senator Scott Bounds spoke at it. There was an Army chaplain gave the message, and it was great. There was a 21-gun salute for the soldier that had finally come home. He had been gone for 84 years. It took him to get back home, but he did. He eventually made it home. Obviously, his parents were gone. Edwin Ross, the soldier we're talking about, was born in 1917. He died in 1942. We found out he was 25 years old. And so it took him a long time to get home, but he eventually did through an elderly niece that gave a DNA sample that was sent, and as they exhumed these POW camps, found a match for this grave, and it was matched up to this soldier, and he was brought home. And someone always kept caring. Who would have known these nieces that's in their 80s now never knew him because he had passed away, but surely they heard stories about their uncle Edwin that was missing in action in World War II. He had another brother that also was lost at sea during World War II. But they cared enough to keep looking. They never gave up on hopes that they would find him. They really had probably heard stories of him and his brother because they never made it home. But someone cared enough. I got to talk to one of the members of the family in 2017. They were still thinking about Edwin, and one of the nieces supplied a DNA sample, and they were exhuming these POW camp graves, and they come across Edwin E. Ross, who had been missing for 84 years, and brought him home. So many things that I could talk about on that. His parents put a headstone out there. Just the faith that maybe one day he would be found and brought home. But the fact that he never was forgotten. Here's his nieces that had never met him still cared enough about their family to do everything they possibly could to see him home. And that just really, really warmed my heart. So glad I was able to see that. So as long as you got people that care about you, you're blessed. If you'll never be alone if you got people that truly care about you. And so yeah, that was a wonderful thing I got to see. And everybody's got someone that loves them. Everybody got someone that cares about them. And we're blessed. We're blessed. Edwin E. Ross finally makes it home to Philadelphia, Mississippi after 84 years of being missing in action. Man, that really, that was something. I was glad I got to see that. Y'all have a good day.